The Last Guardian is one of the most anticipated games of all time, the last PlayStation 4 exclusive to release this year. But perhaps what makes its launch even more interesting is that it's launching with PlayStation 4 Pro support. Under development for over 9 years, The Last Guardian does not manage to live up to the massive hype it carried for so long, but it does manage to live up to the legacy of its predecessors, namely Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. From a technical standpoint, there isn't much here to impress us. Given the development hell this game was stuck in, The Last Guardian clearly looks like a title that was stuck in transition between the PS3 and PS4. The game's use of low-resolution textures and the engine's incapability to render foliage without any sort of pop-in can drag down the experience by a bit. However, the star of the show is the creature itself. Trico has been intricately designed with one of the most realistic animal animations we've seen in a video game till date. Trico reacts to each and every action of the player, be it the boy shoving or petting him, or it jumping from one place to another. It truly is a sight to behold when Trico is in action. Shadow quality for the most part is decent, and ambient occlusion has been employed to create a soft feel to them. Lighting is also one of the standout features of the game. A limited physical-based rendering pipeline has been employed, especially on Trico's feathers, which react to light dynamically and as per its movements. The only downfall to the lighting render is the visual noise it generates on plantation. It could be quite irritating to the eyes as it results in an uncomfortable level of brightness, which once again could deteriorate the experience when a lot of foliage is around. The Last Guardian also supports high dynamic range lighting, or HDR, and for the most part, it does a decent job in balancing out the colors on the screen, but its impact isn't noticeable during the indoor environments due to obvious reasons. The Last Guardian targets a 30 FPS cap, regardless of the platform you play on. We played a few sections of the game on the PlayStation 4, and it seems that the game is running at 1080p resolution with some drastic frame rate drops in between. And in one particular sequence, the screen froze before the engine stabilized the renderer and everything was then back to normal. On a 4K TV and the PS4 Pro, the engine renders the game at 1800p resolution and 30 FPS. For the most part, performance is stable in 4K mode, but we were quite surprised by the lack of a true and native 4K resolution. The Last Guardian does not look like a game that is stressing out the PS4 Pro GPU, so the problem perhaps lies within the engine itself, which undoubtedly has gone under several modifications over the last many years. We also tested the game on a 1080p TV and PS4 Pro, which resulted in better performance overall compared to the base version. In the end, The Last Guardian isn't really setting new standards in visual benchmarks, except for Trico's absolutely superb animations. But that's always been the case in the past with this developer, with games like Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. The Last Guardian prioritizes art style and huge vertical structures over AAA high-end graphics, and this is where the game's visual beauty lies. And to be honest, we're totally okay with that. That'll be it for this video. What are your thoughts on The Last Guardian? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.